All right, now that we have some footage in Premiere Pro and we set up the project and we're good to go, we want to, organize some footage. Say if you imported this whole folder and I want to move some clips around into another folder, for example, um, to make a new bin, I go File, New, Bin, or Command and the letter B. Or if you hit Control click in the project panel, you can just create a new bin that way. And I'll just call this clips underscore 2, and I can just drag clips into that bin, and you're good to go. So let's go through the tool palette here. I have my select tool, which is just, if I have a bunch of footage in here, just selecting a bunch of things in a row. Now, say if let me just throw some, I'm just going to throw 3 random clips in the timeline here. And underneath the select tool, so I'm just clicking around. So if you're in effects or if you're in another mode, you just make sure you go back to hit the letter V or that arrow and you can click around. Underneath that, the select tool, we have the letter A, which is track select for all clips. This selects all clips to the right. So if you select that and you press here, it notices selected all the clips to the right of that clip, but not the clip to the left of it. Underneath it, if you hold Shift plus the letter A, is the shortcut. It's all the clips to the left of the first one. So if I hit that last one, it's going to select all of the clips on my timeline. You have a couple of other tools here. You have the ripple tool. That's the shortcut is the letter B for the ripple tool. Let me just unselect that. So the ripple edit, letter B again is a shortcut, shortens or lengthens a clip by filling in the gap. The gap will be left if in the select tool only. This only affects one clip. So if I select the ripple tool and notice it's telling me I can't make any change if I have that. I can't use it in the middle of a clip because I got that red line through it. But if I go to the corner and I click it, and I'm going to go to the left, let go. Notice it shortened that clip, RO5. If I click it again and do the same thing, notice I'm shortening the clip. It's not leaving a gap when I let go. It actually pushes the previous clip with me, so it shortens it and keeps the length of the clip to the right. Very great tool to use. So that's the ripple edit. Underneath that, we have the rolling edit tool, the letter N. The overall project does not change, shortening one clip and lengthening the other. This affects 2 clips. So let's try this again. So we selected it, we got the letter N going here, and notice I can't, it's got the red line there. So I'm going to drag it where I can to between 2 clips. Notice it highlighted both in red. I'm going to drag this to the right. Right, drag this to the right. So overall, the project does not change, right? It's going to keep the entire project, what I have here, the same length. But it's shortening one clip, so the clip I'm going on top of to the right, it's shortening, and it's lengthening the first clip to the left of it. And notice I can see where they begin and end because I have the double screen um, in my movie here, and in my screen here, I could see that to the left with the sneakers, that's the first clip to the left, and to the right, that's where it's going to start. So where the feet are, that's where the clip's going to end that I'm dragging, and the second clip's going to begin with the guy in the green tank top is flying in the air. So if I let go on the timeline right now, it made the change. It shortened the second clip, lengthened the first clip. Now, of course, rolling you use a lot. On my timeline here, I have lock, so I'm going to lock my video, and I'm going to roll my audio to the right. Notice I just made, and I'm going to unlock, an L cut. You can hear my audio into the video portion now of the second clip before we start hearing that one. L cuts make smoother edits when you're cutting instead of just cutting back and forth over and over again. You want to use L cuts because they're a lot smoother. So let's go back to my cursor. Let's go continue on to the tool palette here. We have the rate stretch tool, the letter R. So we can make effects to the duration of a clip with the rate stretch tool. I can shorten the duration just by dragging here, and it will affect the speed of that clip. And notice how I just made it. Let me zoom in on my timeline so you can see it a little bit more here. Let me use the rate stretch tool, shorten it up again, and if I play this, notice it goes super speed, Command Z. So let's try it again. I'm going in, that means I'm making it faster. If I go to the right, I would have gone in slow motion. And there's that clip going in fast motion. Let me do the last clip. If I drag this last clip all the way out to the right using the rate stretch tool, notice I'm going to make this clip in slow motion. Useful tool to have. Of course, we have the blade tool. So if I need to cut anywhere, cut that clip into two. Blade tool, right? I've that long clip, I just cut it into two clips. So that's a useful tool to have. And you have your usual, um, again, the main thing here I always want to keep with the blade tool that does, and the thing about Premiere Pro is that, you know, it it uh it has tools from Avid in it as well. So they also have an add edit button. So if you are on somewhere and you do Command the letter K, it's going to make a cut right there. Just edit and edit where the indicator is. So whether you use the blade tool or the add edit button, it all works the same for you. And that's how you do your basic tool palette.